Hello, and welcome to another episode of Movie Spoiler Alerts. Today we're talking about the 2015 sci-fi fantasy film, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, so let's get started. The spoiler does require in part that you've seen the previous films. If you need to see a spoiler, or for any of our other films, please check out the link in the cards. Set 30 years after the Return of the Jedi, we see a new regime named the First Order that has replaced the Empire, and that wants to eliminate the New Republic. The Resistance, which is supported by the New Republic and led by General Leia Organa, opposes the First Order. They also continue to search for Leia's brother, Luke Skywalker, who hasn't been seen for several years. On the planet Jakku, Resistance pilot Poe obtains a map of Luke's location. Poe gives the map to his droid, Bb-8, just before he is captured by stormtroopers led by Kylo Ren. Bb-8 escapes with the map and meets a scavenger named Rey. Kylo tortures Poe and learns of the map's location. A stormtrooper named Finn aboard the same ship decides to defect, breaks Poe free, stealing a TIE fighter and crash landing it back on Jakku. Finn survives, though it seems as though that Poe did not make it. Finn encounters Rey and Bb-8, but they are attacked by the First Order, and the three flee into an old junker ship, which turns out to be the Millennium Falcon, the ship of Han Solo. They encounter a much larger ship, which coincidentally is being piloted by Han Solo and Chewbacca. Han's ship is boarded by some gang members looking to collect their debts, and Han, Chewbacca, Rey, Finn, and Bb-8 all escape on the Falcon. The gang informs the First Order that the Bb-8 droid they're looking for is aboard the Millennium Falcon. The Falcon crew determines that Bb-8's map is incomplete, and Han explains that Luke was trying to rebuild the Jedi Order, but exiled himself after one of his apprentices, Kylo Ren, turned to the dark side and destroyed the temple, and slaughtered all the other apprentices. They travel to the planet Takadana, and meet with a wise woman named Maz, who offers to get the Bb-8 to the Resistance. Rey is drawn to a vault in the lower level, and finds the lightsaber that once belonged to both Luke and his father, Anakin Skywalker. She has disturbing visions and flees into the woods. Maz decides to give Finn the lightsaber for safekeeping. We also see the First Order's Starkiller base, a planet converted into a superweapon, which is capable of destroying multiple planets at once using energy drained from stars, which is commanded by General Hux. We also see Kylo Ren's master, the leader of the First Order, Supreme Leader Snoke. Little is known about him, however. Snoke questions Kylo's ability to deal with his emotions, especially related to his father, who is Han Solo. Kylo's true name is Ben Solo, with his mother being Leia. The First Order then leads an attack on Takadana once again to get the map from Bb-8. The Falcon crew are saved by Resistance fighters, led by Poe, who actually did not die earlier in the crash. Leia arrives along with C-3PO, who unite with Han Solo and Chewbacca. Rey, however, is captured by Kylo, and she is brought to the Starkiller base. He tries to interrogate her using the Force, but Rey is able to resist him, and Rey can actually read his mind, finding Kylo's insecurities. Rey also later uses the Force to trick a guard in order to escape. At the Resistance base, Bb-8 finds R2-D2, who has remained inactive since Luke's disappearance. The Starkiller base prepares to fire on the Resistance base, while the Resistance comes up with a plan to destroy the superweapon. Leia begs Han to return with their son alive. Using the Falcon, Han, Chewbacca, and Finn infiltrate the facility and find Rey and plant explosives. Han confronts his son, calling him by his given name of Ben, and begs him to abandon the dark side. Kylo, however, refuses and kills his father. Chewbacca shoots Kylo and injures him, and sets off explosives, allowing the Resistance to destroy the Starkiller base. A lightsaber battle breaks out between the injured Kylo and Finn, but Finn is badly wounded. Rey takes up the lightsaber and is able to defeat Kylo, but they are separated when the superweapon planet begins to fall apart. Snoke orders Kylo to return to him to complete his training. Rey, Chewbacca, and Finn escape as the superweapon converts into a new star due to the energy it absorbed. Back at the Resistance base, they celebrate their victory, as well as mourn the death of Han. R2-D2 awakens and is able to reveal the rest of the map, allowing Rey to travel to Ahch-To, an oceanic planet. There she finds Luke and presents him with his lightsaber as the film ends. So that was the spoilers for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. If you have another film you'd like to see me spoil, please let me know in the comments below. Check out movie spoiler alerts on our various forms of social media, and remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.